Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Friday, February 24, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comment section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Minnesota Wild vs Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs won the first game between these teams on the road earlier this season, and I give them a significant edge to win again in easier fashion and cover the puck line at home, especially with the Wild in the second half of a back-to-back on the road. Toronto has been an elite team this season on both ends of the ice. They've scored the 6th most goals in the NHL, generating the 6th most expected goals and the 2nd most high-danger shots in the league. Toronto has only allowed the 6th fewest goals in the NHL, giving up the 5th fewest expected goals and the 13th fewest high-danger shots. Going up against a fatigued Wild defense that has only scored the 8th fewest goals in the NHL, generating the 9th fewest expected goals and the 8th fewest high-danger shots in the league, I expect the Leafs to shut down Minnesota and get an easy win. Take the Leafs to cover the puck line at home. This game lines up great for the under in what I expect to be a low-scoring grind of a game. Both of these teams have trended under this season, with the under going 29-26-3 in Leafs games and 31-23-4 in Wild games. They both have really good defenses. The Wild have allowed the 11th fewest goals in the NHL, giving up the 9th fewest expected goals and the 8th fewest high-danger shots in the league. Toronto has only allowed the 6th fewest goals in the NHL, giving up the 5th fewest expected goals and the 13th fewest high-danger shots. The Wild defense has only scored the 8th fewest goals in the league, generating the 9th fewest expected goals and the 8th fewest high-danger shots in the NHL. With two great goalies in Filip Gustavsson and Ilya Samsonov, I expect a really good goaltending battle with two great defenses in front of them. Take the under 6 goals and expect a defensive battle tonight. Buffalo Sabres vs Florida Panthers. The Panthers won both prior games between these teams this season on the road, winning 4-3 and 4-1 in Buffalo, and I expect them to make it 3 wins against the Sabres this season at home tonight, especially with the Sabres in the second half of a back-to-back. The Panthers have been incredible at generating offense, having the most expected goals and high-danger shots in the NHL this season. They should be able to capitalize at home against a Sabres defense that has allowed the 8th most goals in the NHL, 6th most expected goals, and the 13th most high-danger shots. Especially with the added fatigue from last night's overtime win for the Sabres on the road, I think Florida get the win by multiple goals tonight. Take the Panthers to cover the puck line at home. This game lines up incredibly for the over with 2 fantastic offenses and 2 struggling defenses. Both of these teams have trended over this season, with the over in Sabres games going 32-23-1 and the over in Panthers games going 34-21-5. They've both struggled on the back end and are tied for the 8th most goals allowed in the NHL. Both teams have been very good offensively as well. The Sabres have scored the 3rd most goals in the NHL and have generated the 11th most expected goals in the league. Florida's offense has generated the most expected goals and the most high-danger shots, which has led to them scoring the 7th most goals in the league. I expect both of these teams to score at ease and push this game over the total. Take the over and expect plenty of scoring. Ottawa Senators vs Carolina Hurricanes. On paper, the Carolina Hurricanes have a massive advantage in this matchup, but given all the upsets we've seen in recent times, no team in the NHL can take it easy, so with 2 teams just points behind them in the standings, this one will be hard-fought. However, the Hurricanes have a massive edge in recent times here, with a 17-4 mark in the past 21 games played in Carolina, with the home team having a 31-13 record in their past 44 meetings, so take the overwhelming favorites in this one. Carolina minus 1.5 goals. This game lines up incredibly for the over with 2 fantastic offenses and 2 struggling defenses. Both of these teams have trended over this season, with the over in Sabres games going 32-23-1 and the over in Panthers games going 34-21-5. They've both struggled on the back end and are tied for the 8th most goals allowed in the NHL. Both teams have been very good offensively as well. The Sabres have scored the 3rd most goals in the NHL and have generated the 11th most expected goals in the league. Florida's offense has generated the most expected goals and the most high danger shots, which has led to them scoring the 7th most goals in the league. I expect both of these teams to score at ease and push this game over the total. Take the over and expect plenty of scoring. Montreal Canadiens vs Philadelphia Flyers. As the home team, the Flyers come into this game as a slight favorite, and with the talent being about even on paper, this is a game that could certainly go either way on Friday night. In the past 5 head-to-head matchups in Philadelphia, the Canadiens hold a solid 4-1 record, and in the past 9 meetings between the two sides, the road team has come away with a 7-2 mark, so while it's tough to expect consistency out of either of these teams, the Canadiens are the better bet in this one. Our team picked Montreal. Neither of these teams have the depth on all 3 levels to compete at a playoff level, but they've certainly got some great young players, and that results in scoring chances being tough to come by, as the under is 6-2 in the past 8 head-to-head meetings between these teams in Philadelphia. For the Canadiens, the under is 4-0 after they score 5 or more their last time out, and for Philadelphia, the under is 3-0-1 in their past 4 games played against the Eastern Conference, so while this one should be fun, don't expect to see that many goals. Keep it simple, take the under. Los Angeles Kings vs Islanders. Los Angeles is on the back end of a road back-to-back, and they will be fatigued in this tough contest. Goaltending has been very good for the Islanders this season. New York ranks 8th in goals against per game. Ilya Sorokin has a record of 20-17-5 with a 2.39 GAA and .925 SV%. Sorokin ranks tied for 7th in GAA, tied for 3rd in SV%, and tied for 1st in shutouts among all goalies in the league. Goaltending has been shaky for the Kings this season. They rank 22nd in goals against per game. New York has won 5 of their last 6 home games against the Kings. With LA on the back end of a road back-to-back, the Isles will win this matchup. Take New York Islanders on the money line. Los Angeles has been good on offense this season. They rank 11th in goals per game and 14th in shots per game. The Kings scored 4 or more goals in 7 of the last 10 games. While the Islanders have struggled on offense, they will be able to produce on offense against the Kings, who are on the back end of a road back-to-back. Goaltending has been rocky for LA this season. They rank 22nd in goals against per game. The over is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams. This will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Take the over, 5.5 goals. Colorado Avalanche vs Winnipeg Jets. Colorado has been playing well lately, winning 3 straight games. They will be well rested, as they have not played since Sunday. The offense has been playing well for Colorado recently. The Avs scored 3 or more goals in 8 of the last 10 games. Nathan MacKinnon leads the Avs with 67 points in 44 games played. MacKinnon ranks tied for 7th in the league in assists. Mikko Rantanen leads Colorado with 36 goals, and he has 66 points. He ranks tied for 3rd in goals in the league. The Jets' offense has been struggling recently. Winnipeg scored 2 or fewer goals in 6 of the last 10 games. The Jets won each of the 2 meetings between these two teams this season, but Colorado is starting to get hot and is one of the league's best teams. The well-rested Avalanche will defeat the Jets in this matchup. Take Colorado on the money line. Both teams have been good at keeping the puck out of the net this season. Goaltending has been good for the Avalanche. The Avs rank 9th in goals against per game. Goaltending has been very good for Winnipeg this season. The Jets rank 3rd in goals against per game. However, the Jets have struggled on offense as of late. They have scored 2 or fewer goals in 6 of their last 10 games. The under has hit in 20 out of 28 road games for Colorado, and the under has hit in 19 out of 28 home games for Winnipeg this season. This will be a lower scoring game, and the under will hit. Take the under, 6 goals.